in thinking of who the worst possible opponents in the quarterfinal of the Champions League could have been, Barcelona is probably one of the worst opponents we could have got. And we did get them. But we managed to win the first leg, so who's to say? Hi there, how you doing? Welcome to part number 23 of Club 3 of the MyCareer save here on Football Manager. My name is Stu. Thank you for joining me in today's video. We are, of course, with Wolverhampton Wanderers still, and we are going to be playing against Barcelona. And then we're going to see what happens. We have got an FA Cup game immediately afterwards against Fulham. But we might not play that if we manage to beat Barcelona. It's a big if though. But if you're excited to see whether we can do that, then don't forget to leave a big like on the video for me. And don't forget to subscribe. It's completely free to do so. And I'll keep up to date with all the nonsense that comes out of this face right here. So, yes, headline news, Barcelona beat them. That was great. I've also realised I'm on the wrong side of the screen. Thank you. Yeah, managed to beat them, which was fantastic. 2-1. This game, you can see, I mean, it was at home. We kind of walked all over them. And I was a little bit surprised. The opening few minutes were not that way. We took a while to get going, but when we got going, we got going. But we didn't even necessarily have a good game. So I feel like this was a game of two teams not having a particularly good game. Although they did control the ball a little bit more than we did. We just took our chances a bit more. Although we had quite a lot of them. I've seen the highlights, a lot of them were speculative efforts from range. But Marine, as you can imagine, corner, Fernandez, really lovely goal. We did well overall. But 2-1, the problem with this is, it was the home leg. It does mean we now have to go to the new camp and try and repeat the tricks. So that could be fun. But other than that, we've also played a couple more games as well. We have played the quarterfinal of the FA Cup. I had to think about that then. We beat Tottenham in that one. We then drew against Crystal Palace, which was a bit frustrating. It was only a penalty that, well, the penalty got us in the lead and then they equalised, but it is what it is. We did rest a few players for that one. Then we beat Bristol City quite comfortably. Fernandez and Andre getting the goals. Then Shawquist with a penalty didn't really do much for us because Arsenal beat us 3-1 there away from home. Then got a draw against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. That one was a bit of a tough one because we went ahead and then 4 minutes later we conceded. So we thought we'd snuck a win there, but we didn't. Then we beat Barcelona. After, you know, a run of games where, okay, that was a really good result, but 2 games which weren't great. Although, to be fair, I'm not upset about drawing against Chelsea and losing against Arsenal away from home. I'm not upset about that. So, yeah, all in all, it's been a bit of a grind in some aspects. And then I've just about not got my head in the way. So you can see that we beat Spurs there 1-0. Dos Santos with a goal early on. The rest of the game was us holding on. They had... Did they have 1 or 2 goals disallowed? 2 goals disallowed in the latter stages. We were clinging on by a thread at this point. Dos Santos getting the winner with his first goal for the club. Shawquist with a red card. Not been in the best of forms recently, Shawquist, since the Arsenal game. But even before that, he wasn't playing particularly well. It was just set pieces that were getting him by. So he's tired, is the effective thing. Now, we have a problem. And that problem is that while he is returning, Atuesta has been out for about 3 weeks. So we've been missing him. And okay, he hasn't been spectacular. He's still chipped in with goals here and there. But it's not ideal that we've not had him. So Aka has been leading the line not very well. Aka, it turns out he works well in a 2-striker system, not in a 1-striker. And we have gone back to a 1-striker system. And Aka is clearly not the answer for that, which is disappointing. I mean, you can see his form has been pretty woeful. In fact, before we go into the game, I'm going to tell him as much and tell him that he needs to buck his ideas up. But, I mean, he has still scored the occasional goal here or there, so I can't be too mad. But you can see Shawquist as well will actually say the same thing. For the first time in a while, he's dropped down to a 4-star player, not a 4.5-star player. So we'll have that little chat with him and then we'll kind of carry on. So, anyway, I just need to do the opposition instructions, which I've completely forgot about. Let me just do that. Okay, opposition instructions complete. This is the 11 that we'll see what happens with. We are leading 2-1, but we are at the new camp, so it could all go horribly wrong here. It is going to be Trafford in goal, Leifson, Marino, Wino and Bayer in the defence, Andre and Hinselwood in the middle with Fernandez, O'Reilly and Shawquist supporting Aka up front. Again, injury-wise, Atuesta still injured, Ben Cook still injured. However, we now do have Jack Grealish more or less back, but again, we're not going to be seeing much from him, I don't think, for the remainder of the season. Let's go for it. Let's see if we can find ourselves a back door into... I say back door, we're going through the front door at the moment. Let's see if we can find ourselves a way to get into the Champions League semi-final at the first time of asking. In the first ever season that Football Manager tells me that Wolverhampton Wanderers have ever been in the Champions League. I don't know if that's true. I probably should have Googled it. I did not Google it. Salivate. Right. Deep breath, everybody. Let's go and let's see whether we can get the job done. I don't know. I've said this many, many times. I don't know how this is going to go. I'm hopeful, but we are away from home. You know what I'm like, and I feel like it's a general thing in football anyway. Better off having the home leg in the second leg. We had it in the first, so although at the moment we're not doing too badly, momentum was in our favour. It swung kind of, well, it was in their favour, then it swung into ours, then it swung back to theirs. We have at the moment, however, we did have more chances. Now it's equal, but it looks like it's been quite a testy tight game at the moment, although they are dominating possession, so we do need to bear that in mind. Although we're having chances, we're not taking them, we're not converting them, but we are clearly having chances at the moment, which is good to see, but we're not converting any of them. The more those chances go up without a goal, the more I will get concerned, because, you know, it happens. Right, we have a highlight. First highlight of the game, Leifson to Marine. Marine back to Owino. Owino running forward. It's poor from Andre, and Ferran Torres has broken free now. He is the striker today, Ferran Torres. Through into Lamine Yamal, into Joe Neves, and now all of a sudden it's all square, but Barcelona lead in front of their home fans. We now have it all to do. That was my concern. If we concede first, we've got a bit of a problem, and it's poor from Andre, who, as our captain, should know better. Mr. Reliable, more or less. He's been pretty good, actually, this season. But that was quite poor from him, and it's put us in a sticky situation, because now, do we stick or twist? Do we hold out and hope to get to extra time, or do we go for it? We've had the chances, to be fair. We're just not converting them. So we just need to find a way to convert them. I'm gonna point the finger and say that one hasn't really done anything, and then Shockwist desperately needs a rest. I'm gonna say that to all of them just to try and fire them up. Andre, I'm gonna say I'm quite angry with him. Owino, I'm gonna say I'm not happy with him. You two, I'm gonna say you weren't that bad. Leifson's been fantastic for us so far. I'm not happy with our goalkeeper though, and Hinselwood will just tell him that as well. We're just going to go for it in second half. Apparently James Trafford is demotivated. Well, you've had a poor game clearly according to the rating, so deal with it. I'm not going to make the change for Shockwist yet. I want to give him a chance to get back into the game. What I am going to do though is bring on McKernan. Although he is nervous, let's just bring on someone with a little bit of explosive pace, or at least decent acceleration, and we'll just see what we can do. Right. Fire the boys up. Trafford's now motivated again. Let's get to it. Fire up. And let's just see whether we can get ourselves through. We have another highlight. Hinselwood into Andre. To Leifson, who's drifted in field here. McKernan now. Back to Leifson. Back to Bayer. Bayer. He's got space to work with. Runs into it. Puts the ball in. He's looking for Aka. Can't find him. It's back to Leifson though. Leifson has dropped under a 7 with the ball in. And Matt O'Reilly has gone and equalised on the night. And we lead overall in the tie. Hello. What? Okay, we've just scored at the Nou Camp and we lead the tie overall. Leifson, it's not a particularly good cross. I mean, it's a dangerous one because all it needs is someone to poke it in, and that's exactly what happened. But that close to the goal, I thought there's no way that that's getting through to anyone. And then O'Reilly proves me wrong. O'Reilly, man. I mean, is it ridiculous if I call him the MVP of this leg of the save? Because he came in and I looked at him a couple of times and I disregarded him a couple of times. But he has been the best utility player in an attacking sense for this club. And as it stands at the moment, we're knocking Barcelona out. As it stands, we're knocking them out. Right, Shockwist is going to come off. He's been poor. He's been very poor. He needs a break. After this game, I'm going to give him at least one game complete rest because I think he needs it. Owino's going to come off for Dan Hughes, and Andre has recovered. I'm going to bring him off, though, for D'Ambrosio. And we'll go for that. There we go. And I should not have brought Dan Hughes on. This is a big game, and he doesn't like big games. I've just remembered that. Well, I'm sure it'll be fine. Right, we just need to see the game out now. No funny business. We just need to see the game out. Final 10 minutes. I'm gonna go a little bit more reasonable. Right, I'm gonna slow the tempo down. I'm gonna time waste a little bit. And we're going to slow the pace down there. I'm going to drop back one. I just want us to be a little bit more defensively solid. I'm even going to go with that because we have a real opportunity here. A real opportunity. And let's hit early crosses as well. So if we do get a counter-attack, then we can just whip it over. Right. And final change. Right. Marine's not had a particularly good game as well. Let's bring on Ute. I would change striker. I don't have a particularly good striker to change to, so that's a bit of a problem. So we'll just bring Ute on along with Dan Hughes, and we'll just see if we can see the game out and get to the semi-final of the Champions League. So late free kick, Yamal goes for it. He forces a save out of Trafford, and it is a corner in the final 5 minutes of the game. Lamine Yamal will whip it in. He's looking for Araujo, doesn't find it. It's still in there though. Oh, I thought they'd scored. It's another corner, though. Gavi to take. Oh. And it's Murcia. It's first goal for Barcelona as well. It does not always happen when you're playing against a team and the opponents get their first... whoever it is who scores, it's their first goal. Who's our boys? Who's around here? We've got... It's not letting me see them. Right. We've got Leifson and O'Reilly. Oh, God, it had to be O'Reilly, didn't it? Right, well, we kick off again. Now we just have to try and do it again, basically. We're going to be going to added time at this point. I mean, to be fair, it is Barcelona. So, oh, my God, Acker's through. Acker's through. Acker's through. I mean, he was through, but he didn't really do anything. Oh, my word. Okay. Well, this has been a very even game. I'm loving the fact that we can compete with Barcelona. This is fantastic. And extra time it is. I am not very happy that we've taken Shockwith because he is our penalty taker. So if we get to penalties, well, I'm going to say that one. And let's have a word with some of these guys. I'm not happy with you. We've disheartened him. Brilliant. That's a great start. We've subbed you guys off. Trafford's been really poor today. Caceres, I want a bit more from him. McCann's been okay, but we'll try and inspire him to do better. Same with D'Ambrosio. We'll try and do that. Hughes, I'm going to say I'm not happy with him. Ute, we're going to try and get him to just motivate a little bit more. And then I can make one more substitution. It's bad that I want to change the goalkeeper because at 6.3, I'm very tempted. No, I'm not mad enough to do that in a knockout game. Right, we have got one more change. I'm looking at fitness and I'm thinking let's bring on Dos Santos just for a little bit of defensive stability. I think the attack, there's not much we could do. We could bring Jara on or Nadson Juan, but I don't think either of those actually do anything to properly help us. So I am going to take Hinselwood off. He's nervous as well. We'll bring on Dos Santos, who's equally nervous, but he's got a fresh pair of legs. So we'll say that one. That's not done nothing to him, apparently. Right. Extra time. Let's go. Let's go. I'm a little bit nervous. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Apologies if you can hear knocking. I'm doing this on a Sunday. There's obviously home improvements going out outside. So if you can hear knocking in the background, I do apologise for that. Right, it is still 2-1 to Barcelona at the halfway point in added, not even added time anymore, it's extra time. Matt O'Reilly is shattered. Leifson and Bayer are both shattered. We probably should have changed the wing back. We probably should have brought Aït-Nouri on, but we can't do that now. What do we do? Do we stick or twist? We're in the same position. Do we stick or do we twist? I'm thinking that I don't know. Do we stick or twist? I'm thinking that we Keep it as it is. I don't want to risk it. Yes, we've conceded a goal, but other than that, we've looked so far in added time. We've looked good. We've looked good. I hope we don't stuff it up now. I really hope we don't stuff it up now. Oh, come on. Let's get a goal. If not, we'll go through to penalties and let the gods decide it. We've got a corner. O'Reilly whips in, looking for the head of Ute. Dos Santos is there. Oh, my word. The late substitute, nervous boy as he is, he just got his second goal for the club. He got the winner against Tottenham in the league. And Ute flicks it on and finds Dos Santos. Ute with the assist. Are we about to knock Barcelona out of the Champions League after knocking Manchester United? Alright, cool. Right, as you were. Right, so yeah, we're going to go really time wasting. I'm holding on to the ball. You are not getting it back, Sunshines. You are not getting it back at all. I'm actually going to go... I'm going to keep mid-block. We're not going to go crazy. I'm going to get stuck in. Yeah. I'm going to go narrow. And focus through the middle. Just in case we get the ball, we can just try and punt it forward. Oh, my word. We're there. We're there. We're through. Oh. Oh. We've just knocked Barcelona out. I draw the new camp. I'll take that all day long. We have just got through to this club's... Don't you dare crash on me now, game. Thank you. We've just got through to this club's first ever Champions League semi-final, and we've done it in their first ever season in the Champions League. Who are we going to play next? That is the question. It's bloody Tottenham, isn't it? Every game, every other game is sodding Tottenham. Right, well, give me a minute. Okay, so I've not actually got a lot of time to record today. So what I think I'm going to do, rather than try and rush through, I'm going to leave it here for today. And then we're going to come back for both of those games against Spurs. And we're going to see how we do and see whether we can get through to a Champions League final at the first time of asking. What? I have no words. Matt O'Reilly, Diogo Dos Santos, your heroes, your absolute heroes. But yeah, we will leave it for today. I'll just give you a quick update on the Premier League because I don't think it's been that long since we last saw you before this video. But that's how it's looking. We are confirmed to be a Champions League team next season. That has been confirmed. We are 11 points clear, but to be fair, both the teams behind us have games in hand. That will get slashed. We did have that. It's not even a wobble. Arsenal beat us, Chelsea drew against us. It's not even a wobble, but we did have that moment. So it is what it is. We'll deal with that as and when we get to it. But I have no words. I genuinely have no words. We'll come back for the two games against Spurs. We'll play the first one and then we'll play the second one. We'll skip the United game. And then wherever we land there is wherever we land there. And hopefully where we land is a Champions League final, which I don't know where is the final taking place. At the Stadio Olimpico in Italy. We could very well be going to Italy, boys. See if we can make that happen in the next video. Thank you for watching this slightly shorter video than normal, but if you have enjoyed it, please do not forget to leave a big like on the video for me, and don't forget to subscribe as well. It'll put a big smile on this face right here. I've been Stu, you guys have been awesome, and I'll see you for the Champions League semi-final. Cheers.